Good day everyone. So welcome sa panibagong YouTube math tutorial natin. So today, ang di-discuss natin ay finding time and compound interest. So let's start. So we will start by writing our formula. So the formula for finding time is n equals the logarithms of f divided by p over logarithms of 1 plus I, wherein p is the principal or the present value, f will be the maturity or the future value, then I is equal to r over f. Okay, so nagawa na natin 'to sa compound interest tsaka sa ah, simple interest. So wala na tayong magiging problema diyan sa paghahanap ng mga value ng mga 'to. So aware na tayo sa mga different parts of the formula. Nadadagdagan lang day by day, no? Next, so let's have our first example. So first, how long it will take 3,000 to accumulate 3,500 in the bank savings account at 0.25% compounded monthly. So first, hanapin natin kung ano yung pinapahanap. In this case, we're talking about how long. So definitely, that's the indication na time yung nawawala. At saka wala kasing naka-use. So yun lang naman siya, no? Very evident kapag time yung nawawala. So the given are, so the P is 3,000. So the present value in this case is 3,000 and the future value is 3,500. So alam naman natin na ang present is laging mas mababa compare sa future. Kasi lalo itong tumataas habang ito ay tumatagal. Next is the value of R, or the rate is 0.25% or 0.025, and M is 12 because it is compounded monthly. Okay, so ayan na, yung M natin dito ay monthly. Kaya siya ay 12. Okay, so next po ay I is equal to R over M, and to solve for I is 0.025 divided by 12, and the result will be 0.00. Ayan, lagay natin dito 0. For a while hindi natin ilagay in this case. So if you're gonna compute 0.0025 divided by 12. So, kindly plug in that one on your calculator. So, 0.0025 divided by 12. The answer is 0.20083. So, aware na tayo dito. So, our answer right here is 002083. So, aware na tayo dyan. I-move lang natin yung ating decimal point accordingly kung ilan yung ating kailangang galaw. So, pagkaliwa, negative, tapos yung exponent kung ilan beses gagalaw. So, the formula that we have is logarithms of f over p divided by logarithms of 1 plus I. Sunod, substitute natin yung logarithms of 3, 5, and 3k, the logarithms of 1 plus 0.025 divided by 12. Then, paano natin nakuha tong 0.06? So, simplify natin to. If we're gonna plug in that one in your calculator, so logarithms of open parentheses 3, 5 divided by 3k, close parentheses, and the result will be 0.06. Okay? And then yung 0.025 divided by 12, ito na yon. Okay? So, tinanggal ko na yung 3 dyan kasi puro 3 naman yung kasunod. So, hindi naman na kailangan i-indicate pa yung 3. So, okay na yan as 0.00208. Sunod na gagawin natin dyan is simplify natin yung ilalim. Kasi yung ating taas is na-simplify na yung logarithms. So, ilalim naman. So, just type in on your calculator logarithms of open plus 0 plus 1 plus 0.000208, then close, and then press equal. And then you will come up with this value. Let me repeat para mapalabas to. You just press logarithms, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.00208, and then equal val. And then, next na gagawin natin is to find the quotient between these two numbers. So you have your numerator dividing by the denominator. So kapag ginawa mo yan, ang result ay 741186. So I suggest na whole number yung sagot natin sa n because yung ating n ay dapat naka-whole number yan para binibilang yung number of periods as much as possible. So titignan nyo po yung kasunod ng inyong ones place sa tens place ng inyong decimal number. So ang kasunod ng 1 dito is 1. So kapag ganyan po yung scenario, magdadagdag ba tayo ng isa sa whole number? Hindi na po. Kasi pag 0 to 4, hindi po tayo pwede magdagdag, pero kapag 5 to 9, kailangan natin magdagdag. So in this case, our answer is 741 periods, or the value of n is 741. Now, that's not the case, no? Hindi pa yan yung final answer, pero kasangkapan siya para makuha yung final na sagot. So, since n lang ito, kailangan natin gamitin yung formula ng n is equal to m times t. Bakit? Kasi present yung t doon. At hinahanap kasi natin yung time. So, para magde-derive tayo dito, no? So, in this case, isa-substitute natin yung 741 dito. Ayan dyan. Tapos yung M naman natin, kukunin natin dito sa 12. And then yung T is blanco pa yan kasi yung nawawala. So, in our case, magiging ganito yung formula niya. So, T is equal to N divided by M. So, if we gonna solve that one, so 741 divided by 12, so the answer would be 61.75 minutes. So, that's how long, no, it will take to para lang kumita ng 500 pesos yung 3K niya sa loob ng sa rate ng 0.25%. So, napakaliit. And that's the reason why yung mga nag-i-invest ay malaki rin talaga yung hinahanap na rate of interest para mas malaki yung posibleng nilang take home at the same time, mas malaki rin yung mga puhunan na nilalagay nila sa kanilang mga bangko. So, the more na mas malaki kasi yung pera, the more na mas malaki rin yung pwede mong kitain. So, another example will be how long it will take to 1,300 if the interest is 12% compounded semi-annually. So, again, ganun pa rin yun. Find the given. So, you have the given right here. So, ayan. Since identify na natin in what is asked, so that would be how long, gaano katagal. So, let's try to write the given. So, what will be our given value right here? So, sabi, how long will take 1,000 to earn 300? So, sana hindi kayo magkamali na maging present nyo ay 300 kasi mali yun. Kasi ang point dito, gaano daw katagal yung 1,000 para kumita ng 300? Gaano ako tagal mag-aantay para 1,000 ko ay kumita ng 300? So, mangyari, yung present ko dapat ay 1K tapos ang future ko ay 1,300. So, ganun dapat. Hindi siya 300 tapos 1K. That's wrong. So, the correct one is present will be 1K and the future will be 1,300. So, that's the ideal kasi na kumita yung 1K niya ng 300. So, kapag kalaunan, pag hinahanap ng future, that's 1,300. Next is the value of R, 12%. So, automatically, convert natin yan. So, pardon in this case ha. So, wala dapat to. Wala dapat yan. So, 12% or 0.12. Okay? Next will be M is equal to 2 because it is semi-annual. Right? So, that's the keyword. That's the indicating part para masabi natin na M is equivalent to 2. Next, solve natin yung I. So, R over M and 0.12 divided by 2. Alam naman natin yung sagot dyan. So, you're gonna plug in that one on your calculator. 0.12 divided by 2. The result is 0.06. So, you're gonna plug in that one in your calculator and dapat ito lumalabas 0.06. Okay, so sana clear yan sa inyo. And then you can now proceed with the value of n. Solve for n na tayo. So again, logarithms of f divided by p over logarithms of 1 plus I. In our case, logarithms of 1,300 divided by 1,000 over logarithms of 1 plus 0.12 divided by 2. So ito, solve na natin ito. So you're gonna plug that one in your calculator. Just press logarithms and then open parentheses 1,300 divided by 1,000 and then press equals and you will have this kind of value. Okay, so lalabas po yan. So kapag ganun po ang gawa nyo, ganun din, i-plug in nyo lang po ito sa calculator. Ito namang 0.12 tsaka 0.2, ito na yun 0.06. So pwede nyo na lang 0.06 ilagay dito. So optional naman yun. Pwede naman yung 0.06 na ilagay dito. So, ayan. So, lalagay nyo lang to, itong buo. So, logarithms of quantity 1 plus 0.12 divided by 2. Tapos, close mo yan. And dapat lalabas yung 0.02. So, ganun po dapat yung lalabas sa inyo in your part, no? Since okay naman na-simplify na natin yung logarithms, gawin natin, divide natin to sa dalawa. Divide natin tong dalawa para makuha natin yung quotient na 4.502645,972. And again, I appreciate if our value of n is a whole number. So, round off natin. Yung 4 ang kasunod nito ay 5. So, kapag 5, we must add 1. So, the final answer would be 5. Okay? So, 5 na po ang ating final answer. Next will be is to find the value of time using the n formula. So, n is equal to m times t. And then, substitute mo lang in the formula will become t is equal to n over m. I-derive natin kasi t ang hinahanap. So, in our case, n yung 5, m ay 2. So, the result will be 2.5. So, that's how you solve for value of time with regards with compound interest. So, sana mas clear na siya. mas malinaw na sa inyo. If ever na nalilito pa rin, at least you try to rewatch this one. Tapos, time by the time, pause nyo pag nalilito kayo. So that, alam nyo kung saan nanggagaling yung mga numbers na lumalabas sa presentation. So, yun lang, no? So, I hope marami ulit kayo natutunan sa ating tutorial na to at huwag mong kalimutan mag-subscribe, pindutin yung notification bell para sa ganun ay updated kayo sa mga videos na ating ilalabas. Muli, maraming po salamat. Thank you and God bless.